Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely flip the script on how you view success and failure. Seriously, we're decoding the invisible rules that govern, well, absolutely everything around us. By the time we wrap up, you're going to see your daily habits, your health, and even your future career in a totally different light. Okay, let's dive into this with a massive, mind-bending hook from Nikola Tesla. He once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Think about how crazy profound that is. Even things that look completely rock solid to us, down at the microscopic level, their atoms are just dancing around, vibrating with energy. Everything is in motion. Everything is deeply connected. Nothing just happens in a vacuum. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the law of cause and effect, then look at how a heart attack is actually a compound effect, explore our rapidly changing lifestyles, talk about our terrible habit of dodging responsibility, and finally look at change and what it means for your future. Let's get into it. Part 1. The law of cause and effect. This is the fundamental rule of the universe. Some traditional circles call it ilat or malul. Simply put, everything that happens has an underlying reason. Period. No effect exists without a preceding cause. Whether you're looking at physics, spirituality, or just your morning routine, understanding this is an absolute game changer. It literally improves your life because it reveals the hidden why behind your struggles. If you're always asking, why is this happening to me? Well, this law tells you there's a root cause you're just missing. Section 2, heart attack, a compound effect. And this brilliantly illustrates our point. Just think about this sequence. Notice how it almost never just starts at step 4. It kicks off way back at step 1, a wrong lifestyle. We're talking a poor diet, sitting all day. Over years, this quietly creates step 2, blocked veins. Then step 3, a sudden stress hits. Maybe it's a crazy Monday morning at the office. And then boom, step 4, a heart attack. A heart attack doesn't just happen overnight because you caught a cold breeze. The statistics showed they peak on stressful Mondays because that stress is just the final tiny trigger for a disaster you've been setting up for years. Think of it like a committee. You know, those informal savings pools where you drop in a little cash every month and eventually it pays out one huge lump sum. Well, a heart attack is literally the biological equivalent of a committee cashing out. It's not some random bug you caught yesterday. It's the final payout of a negative compound effect. It is the committee you funded by investing in greasy burgers, late nights, and sitting on the couch for a decade. The attack is just the effect. The cause was a lifetime of bad choices. Section 3. Our changing lifestyle. Just contrast the incredibly healthy habits of the past with the modern, kind of absurd reality we live in today. Back in the day, people had early, natural sleep cycles. They hit peak deep rest by 2 or 3 a.m. Lots of sunlight, afternoon naps, walking everywhere. And present day, we've got markets buzzing at 2 a.m. We sleep in rooms with the AC blasting at freezing temps just to make sure we never, heaven forbid, break a natural sweat. And honestly, for every rapid explosion of new bakeries popping up on a street corner, there's an equal and rapid rise of medical stores opening right next to it. It's wild. So, the crucial point boils down to the number 6. 6. That represents the 6 spoons of sugar hidden in just one single glass of a standard modern soft drink. 6 spoons. Our ancestors never, ever consumed this level of concentrated sugar in one sitting. It's a completely new cause we're injecting into our bodies. And the effects? They're devastating. Which brings us to this fascinating, slightly tragic irony in our culture. People will happily demolish a massive box of rich, heavy sweets and then proudly demand sugar-free tea, like, oh yeah, this will balance it out. Or they'll eat heavy, calorie-packed meals like naan chane every single day while absolutely refusing to walk anywhere. They literally demand the car be brought right to their doorstep. It's funny, for sure, but it really proves how completely blind we are to our own self-destructive routines. Section 4. The habit of escaping responsibility. You know, when things go sideways, human beings are absolute masters at making excuses. Just look at the stuff we come up with. We blame invisible forces like black magic or jinns. If a student fails, they don't look at their study habits. No way. They blame the university or they say the teachers were out to get them. If a car tire blows out on the highway, we curse the bad roads, totally ignoring the fact that we were driving on a bald 2-year-old tire that should have been thrown out ages ago. And of course, the ultimate scapegoat, blaming Satan. It is so much easier to blame external factors than to look in the mirror and admit we just didn't do the work.
Actually, you can almost imagine the devil himself throwing his hands up in frustration. This quote hits the nail on the head. Satan is crying. You were well trained. You don't even listen to my lectures, but you still blame me. Have some mercy. It's hilarious, but it really highlights the sheer absurdity of dodging personal accountability. We are so perfectly trained in making bad choices all on our own that we don't even need outside temptation anymore, yet we still refuse to own our mistakes.
But honestly, we all need to gently remember this. True clarity is an internal blessing. The most successful, truly guided people in the world, they're the ones who realize that the hidden flaws are inside them, not in everyone else. When you can spot your own invisible faults instead of pointing fingers, that's when you finally take control of the causes in your life. Section 5, Change and Our Future. Now, what's really interesting about this survival shift is the stark contrast in what it takes to literally just survive today. In the old era, you could get by simply teaching a few tuitions. It was pretty straightforward. But in this new era, the whole game has fundamentally changed. Today, you survive by mastering things like AI, data science, coding, and freelancing. There is a massive gaping hole between old-school theoretical academia and the fast-paced modern industry. If you don't upgrade to these technical skills, the inevitable effect is that you're going to be left behind, irrelevant. The profound thinker, Allama Iqbal, captured this perfectly. There is only one thing constant, and that is change. If you resist change, if you refuse to adapt to new technologies and new ways of living, you are literally fighting a universal law. And spoiler alert, you will lose. Survival belongs exclusively to those who adapt, those who upgrade, and those who embrace the shifting causes of the modern world. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Change truly is the law of nature. Everything around us is shifting, and that law of cause and effect is constantly running in the background of your life. So you have to ask yourself right now, are you taking accountability and upgrading yourself, or are you just sitting there blaming others and waiting for failure? The power to create the right cause is entirely in your hands. Keep learning, keep adapting, and take control of your effects today.